everybody? Yo! We are back. Back again. In the citizen sleepers of the 2 of the Star Wars Vector. Gotta get back into these vibes. That's what we're doing here. As the machinist. Hello everyone, we are back in Citizen Sleeper 2 on the Twitch side of things. Catch me on the live stream on the Twitch side, follow if you haven't followed before, and like, subscribe, comment on the YouTube side of things, please and thank you. Last time on Citizen Sleeper 2, we came to a new hub. That hub is, where are we at in the belt here? This is what, Solheim, I believe? Yeah, it's Solheim. So, yeah. Otherwise, we are making our way downtown. I don't know what I'm trying to remember what we were doing. Ah, yes, we gotta visit the bunker, the Solheim bunker. Because we gotta find said bunker for Junie, but this is... I don't think this was here, right? Yeah, I think this was here. Yeah, Holmes Terminus, and we have the rig, because we can't... Oh yeah, hold up. Do I want to put them in cryo? I would say fuel, please and thank you. That would be great. Oh yeah, okay. I don't think we have any, because I don't want to use up like my energy like that. I'm going to throw. Let me see what we're doing here. Rig workshop, the bunks. I'm gonna throw this glitch dice here. We don't need this. I'll take my 1s and my 5s. No push. All right, what we got? So we have, oh my gosh. Yo, this Endure is gonna kill me, man. Oh my gosh. It's engage and endure. Quiet and far-flung, Holmes Rock is often passed over by crews, but it has certain qualities for those patient enough to go looking. This is gonna be bad. I need to get this Endor skill pronto. No place like home. I will take the energy hit, I guess? Actually, hold up. What are the new places that popped up? Melodic Freighter. Help offload freight. Buy fuel. I think we have enough to buy. Refill our fuel. Thank you. And if we go back to the rig, let's set the crew to do odd jobs because we have enough supplies. So if I got the bread, I'm just gonna get this fuel already. So let's explore these tunnels. New location, great. Nice, love neutral outcomes. Senna's Rest. We can sell engine components, which it's not the best use of these valuable items. 35 cryo is a pittance, but Senna will broker a sale to a passing crew in need of repairs. Or we can buy a meal, and this is where we can get supplies. Cool, cool. I am not gonna sell these engine components. I think they come in hand down the line, so I'm holding on to them. Let's rest. Back to the rig we go. But yeah. We've, streamed and done Cult of the Lamb twice, so I'm actually glad to come back to this game. Not bad. This isn't bad. I'll take that. So Holmes Terminus, let's complete this, mind you. I'm just gonna use these 1s and 2s here, because I don't want to use my 6 here if I don't have to. New location discovered, great. Take my energy, that's okay. Hey, don't talk about my ship. If I want to crash that ship, I'm gonna crash it where I feel like crashing that ship. Oh man. But you're right, I'll try not to crash the ship. I don't have that much cash. 38 cryo, but I mean, it's a good number, but you know, unfortunately, it's not enough. In Holmes Rock, it's impossible to get away from the feeling of living, working, and eating in a ruin. Most of the belt is built on top of the remains of Solheim's infrastructure, but there are plenty of places where the modifications or extensions to those structures eclipse the original foundation. In Holmes Rock, it is the reverse. The station is a small warm patch at the center of a network of tunnels and bays that stretch within the rock, most of them dark, damp, and wrecked. A sprawling foundation that will never be built upon. Every so often, gliding on your own way between Senna's Rest and the Suncatchers, or from the docks of the depot, you find yourself in one of these dark tunnels. That's where you are now. You float, stopped, at a four-way intersection, no light visible down any tunnel. I'm screaming, so we go straight ahead, we go left, or we go right. I'm always right, so we go right. You glide right, into a narrow passage with pipes running along its walls. One of them rumbles with a soft current. What could be flowing here? You arrive at another crossroads, but one of the tunnels has collapsed and is blocked with dust and rock. Straight ahead? You drift straight ahead through a tunnel where loose wires wave in the dark. On either side, tiny lights occasionally blink, signs of a ghost network still running in the walls. You arrive at another intersection with crooked passages leading away into the dark. Left? You kick off gently from the wall and head into a cylindrical passage clad with panels that hold back the rock. It is wider than the others, and here and there, little droplets of water float undisturbed. I would say the next level, if for the developers, they're never gonna watch this video or stream, but hey, you never know. I love what y'all have done with this game so far, but maybe, I think, for like the third game, if there is a third game, maybe have like, besides like this, it'll actually follow our movements and we can see the tunnels and stuff. That'll be cool. I know that's a little extra work, but that'll be kind of like a little bit more immersive. At the far end, you see a faint point of light, the warm glow of a lit passage. Suddenly, you hear a rustling in the dark and a shrill sound that you can't place. There is something out there. What is up with me and engage? I'm gonna probably fail this one. I got stress. Trying to calm your nerves, you overcompensate and kick off too hard. You fly through the tunnel, droplets of water spatting you, and collide with a metal crosspiece you hadn't seen. You bounce off of it, tumbling through the air. Before you catch yourself on the wall, you curse in the dark and move towards the light. Then it hits you, something solid and meaty, slamming into your stomach and spinning away. You press off the wall and push on as a shrill wail echoes behind you in the dark. What the hell was that? What is this? Where am I? And when you reach the lit passage beyond, you turn back, but the tunnel is silent and still. You continue on, but you can't shake the feeling of being followed as you ascend back up through the station. Perhaps next time you'll take a different route. I'm sorry? Is there something in the tunnels or something like that and we're not gonna talk about it? Okay. Sealed bay. Unseal the bay. What? The Solheim bay is sealed, but with enough data, you might be able to crack the... I have data. Aliens. I love that. Aliens. Yeah, Michael Bay said it the best. Just straight aliens. And we have fixed broken... Oh, man, everything is all enduring and engagements right now, and I really need my extra 2 points. Oh, we can sell raw scrap. I have no raw scrap, do I? No raw scrap, just rare components. Oh, yes, I do. How much for this raw scrap? That's not bad. That's not bad. 13 cryo? It's not too bad. Debug some array systems, which is cool. We could. That's probably for some cash. I'm trying to see some. Oh, this must be the bunker. Yeah, this is the bunker. Duh. Senna's Rest. I would like some bread. I'll take this. This is something where I can actually get my money's worth. Come on now. Yeah, I'll take it. I'll take the 9 cryo instead of fixing some broken arrays. I will take it. I'll take the crash. So let's go see this. This is the bunker. We have enough data. I'm glad I kept all that data too. The bay is unsealed. Ooh, I wonder what we're gonna find in here. Old fabricator. Oh, it's a Neoven printer. Print component. There is a faded old Neoven printer in the bay. Feeding it data should authorize the component vending process. Well. Oh, This is cool. Plus Neoven. Oh, okay. So this gives me rare components if I have enough Solheim data. That's cool. But doesn't answer my question of like, where's this? Oh, I guess it's because, let me check the map. Yeah, there's your bunker, which is fine. We have all of the supplies we need and stuff. So I do have stress. I would actually like to get rid of this stress before we go. Let's not take any chances. So let's end the cycle. I need to de-stress. I don't have a dice on me, unfortunately. Well, well, thank you. Let me get rid of that stress before we go and do a mission. Thank you. And let's go get some extra bread that we can actually earn. Because everywhere else has engine component. We don't need supplies. Ooh, yes, buy a meal though. Thank you. And otherwise, I don't think there's anything else to do besides just throw it in this debug array systems, because that's all I can work for the life of me. And I will take all the extra little bits of cryo I can get. You're not broke. I am. So I need this cryo. If you feel like you're rich in life, shoot, that's on you. What's that got to do with me? I'm broke. Okay, let's go. Let us go to the Solheim bunker. We gotta have Junie. So, with a bunker, do you think we'll need engineering skills, or do we need his engage skills, or is this endure? It's either endure or engage. So, I'm trying to think which one I want. Last time I didn't take her, or didn't take bliss, excuse me. This is gonna be tough, because if I take bliss and then we don't need engineering, I'm tight. It feels like we're gonna need a mix of tech. I'll try bliss. We'll just see how it works. If I made the wrong decision, so be it. I won't crash the ship though. Wow, I will crash the ship. That's it. Zervin nods towards the featureless asteroid. Those are the coordinates Junie gave me. You look out at the rock. It's like thousands, hundreds of thousands of other rocks in the starward belt. All these objects, much the same, spread across a huge circumference of space. A good place to hide something. It's just a game. Good one. That's it. Junie speaks up from the back of the cockpit. That's it, Seraphine confirms. She drifts forward, her eyes tracing the shape of the rock. There, she points, that hexagonal crater, that's the entry. You look at the dark spot on the already dark rock. It's a start. Right there. Let me guess, another hatch for me to cut? You turn to see Bliss smiling, having slipped in at the back of the cockpit unnoticed. I'll get my torch. You look out at the unassuming rock and wonder what it might contain. A few dusty tunnels or something more. Time to go find out. Okay, I see y'all rolling. Oh, wow. Okay, good. We're all engineering here. I don't have endure, but hey, we can all double down on this. Thank you. Thank you. And I have my +2, so this is great. This will be a... That's fine. At least it makes my my ones look good. I get stress. Thanks. Thank you. I try. I really do. Wow. Wow. Just nothing but stress, huh? I don't want to do a push. This will be a 4. I keep getting the -1, man. Okay, there we go. I don't want to try it. I'm gonna need you to just take 1 stress for me. Oh my gosh, you are our godsend. Thank you, Junie. Just 1 more. Give me a neutral. I'll take a neutral. Thank you. You are a great help. What we got here? Aha! This is for Junie to do, and me. And we gotta hack the doorway. I don't want to go in with a 1, and I don't want to do a push. Or do we want to do a push? It's +4. Why not? Wow, for a neutral outcome, but it's better than a negative. Let us go to sleep. I think I'm gonna probably lose one of my dice. It's bound to happen. It is bound to happen. I heard it. Oh, look at the rolls. Oh, look at her rolls. Oh, that's success right there. If I had that too. Ooh. So we're just gonna use yours. I mean, hey, you got complete 6s. You're on the top of your game. You know what I mean? Like, look at that. Got nothing to say to that. Hey, Bliss, you have a lot. You can take a lot more stress. I just now noticed that. Probably because you've been through life. No, -2. I wouldn't call it's not engineering, but you still did it. You still did it. See, Bliss? You are a software engineer now. When you entered the access spire, the crew suddenly went very quiet. The images of a vast space seen through the viewing windows, the pristine wall paneling, the cool and the quiet. There is a sacred mood to this place, a feeling of hallowed ground, if you will. Now, as the facility's final entry lock whirs, flooding the passage with stale, dusty, 10,000 cycle old air, Junie speaks. It's impossible. She drifts down the spire and out into the cavernous interior. A constellation of red specks mark the vast extent of the space, and within it, a ring of monolithic buildings curves away, running along the circumference of the massive chamber, which is pretty smart to build along the inner wall of an asteroid, because that's a lot of space. You follow her, slowly, out of the doorway and into the bunker. With a name like that, you had imagined low, sloped ceilings, stark tunnels, a basement cut into the rock. But this place is a cathedral, a cocoon the size of a city. Look at the ring! Bliss nods at the vast structure encircling the cavern. That's Solheim built, all right. It almost looks like Erlen's eye. Wink, wink, nudge, nudge. Descending to the ring takes a while. Despite the empty space, no one wants to rush through it. The feeling of entering a sacred territory remains, though the deeper you go inside, the more obvious it becomes that this place is more tomb than temple. You touch down amongst gray metal units, most of them featureless and dark. They tower above you now, their plain frontages revealing little about their function and interior. Stay close. Junie moves ahead into the gap between two structures. This place is a labyrinth. Welcome, visitors. A pale flicker appears near one of the units, at the top of a square pedestal. I am the warden. Please provide access credentials. The flicker stabilizes into a figure, a statue of pulsing light. It pauses for a moment before repeating its request. I really love, I think they do this because they, the protocol probably does these movements, to check on something, and I really love the extra added movement in each of the characters now. Love that. Junie freezes and holds a calming hand out to you. She retrieves her deck, sliding it carefully from her backpack, and turns it on. You look over at the warden, who waits patiently, wide-eyed and absent, restating its security request with a regular rhythm. You guess that this avatar just exists to make human interactions comfortable. Its true body is the facility itself. This vast interior ring, speckled with sensors and systems. Suddenly, the warden stops speaking. Then a flash of red passes along the corridor. Credentials not provided. Lockdown activating in 10, 9. You look over at Junie, whose eyes are rapidly scanning through a screen full of data. Festning. Junie stumbles through the pronunciation of the passphrase litter. Litter. Insted. She looks up at the warden's avatar expectantly. The warden flickers again, distorts, and then stabilizes. Oversight connection not active. Reattempting. It repeats itself again, then again, intoning the words in a regular rhythm. You look over at Junie, holding still as if encountering a wild animal. She meets your eye, but gives no indication of any actions you might take. Loop bypass engaged. Welcome, officer. The synthetic voice lifts to a different tone. Leonard Dow. The avatar's white eyes stay blank and blind. And guest. This protocol has been active the entire time? Surely that's not possible. I mean, that's actually is true. Like, has it been on for like a long time and you just got energy to burn in here? Junie looks back at you and then at the warden. The figure flickers, staring out over your heads into the dark. Are we good, Junie? She looks at the warden. Warden, are we approved to access all facilities? Yes, Officer Dow, the warden replies. Please remember, you are responsible for the conduct of your guests while visiting our facility. We should be careful. I don't like this. Bliss looks at the dead-eyed avatar. You move forward, pushing between the structures towards a large building, in the hope that it holds the facility's central data core. As you do, you pass benches, barren gardens with desiccated grass. A drinking bottle floats in the air among the dust motes. This place is dead. Be aware, officer. The warden appears in the dark, shimmering on a pedestal. Due to this facility's extended run cycle and the activation of the hibernation protocol, access to the central data store will be strictly limited. However, if you wish to show your guests the habitation facilities, I'm sure they will enjoy the tour. The avatar remains expressionless, disconnected from the voice that accompanies it. On a personal note, I am glad to see you return to the facility. I am happy to report that I am ready for program reactivation at any time. Junie stares at the avatar. Thank you, Warden. She pauses. Can I ask how long ago the hibernation protocol was activated? Certainly, 11,473 Helian standard cycles ago. The warden distorts. If I am in error, I apologize. Some subsystems have not been properly maintained. You look at the blind avatar, standing on its pedestal, waiting for an order that will never come. So many cycles in the dark, patiently holding this place together as it fell apart, resisting entropy in its bubble of the past. Interesting. Thank you, Warden. That'll be all. Junie nods to the avatar, which promptly blinks out of existence, leaving only the dust and the dark. She turns to you and speaks quietly, though none of you know what sensors the warden's vast body might have. My access. It won't last long. We need to make the most of this. We'll go for the core. We should search the facility. Core. The warden won't like that, but it's where the data is. We can try to be delicate, take it little by little. I don't know how long this will last. Let's get on with it. Core and the facility, so it doesn't really matter what I chose, right? So, your nervous host. Does this keep going, like day by day? I see. So we can explore hab units. We can't do this. I think I'm fine with leaving this here. There's a lot of well-preserved components in the facility. With care and time, they can be extracted. This could be like the last thing we do. So this is just gonna get us rare components probably, and that's fine. This should get us, what can you find? I don't know. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So like 3 successes will probably finish this one up, which I technically have. And the bunker core, engineering, that's what I'm talking about. Sure, all these successes, I'm going on my engineering bit right now, so... And I already used up Junie's stuff. So this one's risky on this one, that's fine. I'll just 100% positive all the engineering. Remember, just play to your strengths. I'm playing to my strengths. Yeah, but with the danger, I don't know if I want to put +2 with Bliss's stuff here, because that's just a 3, so you're leaving it up to like interpretation right there. So, and I think my 2 turns to a 4. This is the same thing Bliss would have too, so we're playing with fire here. I'll take it. Now, I would love to just take a neutral. If we get a positive, cool. A neutral. Hey, and she just took a stress. That's fine. Done. Junie removes her cable from the data core's port. She looks up from the boxy piece of hardware, one that wouldn't fit inside any ship short of a freighter, and stares at the domed ceiling above, an oculus at its apex, letting a shaft of light into the hall. It's a grand piece of architecture for what amounts to a massive piece of data storage, but then Solheim always did have a sense of grandeur when it came to his projects. Why should a secret signal monitoring facility be any less opulent than its other buildings? Find anything good? Hard to tell. She squints at the vast data core. There's too much in there. I barely scratched the surface. We'll only know what's really there when I have time to process it. We should go. I'm not sure how the warden will react. She looks back over her shoulder at the vast core. I don't think we'll be let back in to get more. As if listening for its name, the warden suddenly apparates on one of its pedestals. It stares, statuesque. Across the hall, its eyeline way above your head. Officer Dow, its voice sounds strange now, stretched, drawn out. I have detected inconsistencies in the central data core. I believe there may have been unauthorized access. Junie looks at you nervously. Thank you for bringing this to my attention. I will investigate when I can, but for now, my guest and I have to depart. The warden flickers. The warden bends and warps. Then the warden screeches a pulse of digital noise. Of course, the voice is still broken, still slowed. I hope you enjoyed your visit to this facility. Junie looks up at the blind statue. Something is moving inside it, making its skin, if it has a skin, bend away from its body. I'm gonna wait. You wait, floating in the dust. Junie approaches the pedestal. Officer Dal, can I ask when you will return? The warden blinks its white eyes. The facility has been idle for many cycles, and without reactivation, we may face further difficulties in its maintenance. The warden pulses, has been so long. I'm gonna watch. You watch as Junie approaches the pedestal. I don't think I will be able to return. I'm sorry, warden. The warden flashes red for a moment so small that you could almost believe you imagined it. I think the warden has kind of tapped into some more stuff and can think for itself. And the warden doesn't want to be alone. It sucks. Maybe I can absorb the warden, and the warden can work with the overseer inside me. Who knows? This is as I expected, Officer Dow. The warden is still now, its lips no longer moving as I speak. Its chest no longer moves to emulate breath. It is a statue. Oh, okay, I see it. Yeah, she's gaining sentience slowly, if not already there. That's interesting. Thank you for your honesty. It has been an honor to serve you. I recommend you leave swiftly. With that, the warden blinks out. You and Junie kick off from the ring outside the core and rise up towards the spire you entered through. As you do, you watch a few of the red lights embedded into the framework of the cavern flicker. Junie turns to you as you ascend through the dark. Do you think the warden is sentient? I mean, as a sleeper, maybe you... She goes quiet. I thought you might know. It could have become sentient since the collapse? Is that possible? I mean, we played the first game here. I suppose with no oversight from Solheim technicians, the protocol could develop some rudimentary learning skills. Seems unlikely it could learn to think, though. She looks up to the approaching spire. Bliss is waiting for you in the access spire. Time to close up? Let's get on with it. Junie cycles the airlock and you go through, now in your suits and helmets, ascending the sealed spire. As you do, you look out of the viewing windows and something catches your eye. The ring's red lights and those few left on inside the cavern are turning off, layer by layer. You turn to Junie, but she is already looking out of the opposite side. The warden is shutting it all down. She pauses. She's ending it. Oh. Ooh. Some self-harm right there. You have to force the hatch back open at the top, and by the time you do, the spire is dark inside. The pristine walls no longer lit. Oh, I guess we kind of missed the other bits, but that's okay. At least we got the data. I think we could have gotten like scrap, maybe Solheim data, I'm thinking. Who knows? You come out to a canvas of stars, an impossible number of them, spread out in every direction. You take a moment to look at them. After being tucked away in the bunker, they seem impossibly bright and impossibly beautiful. You glance across at Junie and see she is looking up at the stars too, absorbing their light, as if doing so might lift her out of this time and into another one, where things were different. Okay. Oh, yeah, cool. We still have access to the facility. Great. So we got the data on the first day, which is really good. We can try to finish up everything else too. We have enough supplies. I got enough bread to buy my supplies, so... Ouch. Let's go... Oh, crisis event, +1 per cycle. I'm not tripping. Go here. Too bad I didn't bring him along, so... hers is green, so she can actually do this too. Ouch. I mean, we got what we need here, so. Jeez. Okay, I'll take that. I might put Junie's 5 in here too. I will take the stress. Okay. Yikes, okay. Ooh. Bring it home, Junie. Bring it home. Oh, I didn't bring it home. Dang it, Junie. All right. I can wait one good cycle. At least we can get that. If this breaks, I got components. It's all good. We'll make it work. Every time I hear that, I love that sound, and I also hate it because that means I lost something. But yeah. Ooh, 5. This should finish it. I'm not tackling this one over here. We got a Solheim souvenir. There is an unsettling quiet to the HAB units of the facility, a soft silence that blankets every room and hallway. It is obvious from the number of rooms, the detritus, the scale of the place, that it was built to house hundreds, maybe thousands of people. Perhaps it did. Perhaps at the height of Solheim's control of the system, these rooms were filled with life. What kind of life would it be, though? Maintaining and running a secret installation inside a distant rock? No sun to speak of. No outside beyond the vast cavern that surrounds you, an eternal dark, punctuated by the flash of artificial light. And yet, even in such places, lives grow. You know that yourself from being a sleeper, from your work among other sleepers in the most wretched and distant corners of the surrogate systems. Even in the endless dark, people find ways to live. Come, take a look at this. Junie is searching on her own, a few rooms away. You glide through an open doorway into a living room with couches, meant for zero-G use, a magnetic table, and a window that looks out to the regular constellation of red lights that describe the limits of this world. Junie is holding an object that makes you stop still and stare, blinking at what seems like an unusual reversal of scale. It is a model, you realize, of the rig. Not your rig, obviously, but a rig, or an MEV rigger class, as the plaque on the base tells you. Mobile extraction vehicle. Junie follows your eyes to the plaque. Rigger class? Or Riger class? She frowns. Seriously? That's why we call them rigs? She laughs, the noise bouncing back hard and cruel in the empty room. What does Riger mean anyway? Another Solheim mystery. You look at the model, still fascinated by seeing your ship rendered in such careful detail. You try to imagine what this model meant to those who lived here. A child's toy? A meaningless corporate knickknack? The model's purpose remains opaque. There were so many of these flying around the system before the collapse, you know. She turns the model over in her hand. Solheim used to rent them out to colonists. I've seen the records. That was what they did here. They claimed the system, then rather than exploit it themselves, they provided goods and services to those who would. The workers paid for transit to the system, then accommodation equipment, and access to mining claims. Other corps like XPR or Neovend paid Solheim to access this closed market, to provide other services. Meanwhile, Cybele paid even more to test terraforming tech in the system. They built massive projects here, rich from work they only facilitated but never undertook. But then they collapsed? Yeah, that's what happens when you are built on other people's work. A few high-profile accidents, malfunctions, and the exodus begins. Once it starts, the shareholders lose trust, and Junie turns and squints out the window. Here we are at the far end of it. Yo, right here. Every time, I promise you, Citizen Sleeper always puts something that's like, that even just, it mirrors what we're going through right now, because this is what happens when you are built on other people's work, and you don't build upon the foundation. Good. Here, Junie turns and hands you the rig model. A gift. You take it and turn it over in your hands. You see something on the base, some words scratched in that you can't read. You run your fingers over them, touching the past. And this is also something else I have to think about, like, this was like a corporation empire, if you will, that worked out in space, and then they had a collapse. I think the collapse was due to, oh man, why did the collapse happen? It was something in their systems and infrastructure, but it all just like a house of cards. It fell down. But geez, it reminds me of our current situation in America. And Is someone gonna find like my figures, my anime figures, and be like, you know, man, I wonder what this was for, or like something for work? That'd be cool. Or is it? That's the closest thing to a treasure I think will turn up out here. Junie sighs. The people who worked this place didn't have much to their names, it seems. And what little they did have, well, Solheim owned that too. She leads you out of the have units, passing countless doors, some sealed, some open, that lead to the countless rooms, where countless employees lived lives, or tried to, in the shadow of Solheim. Like it or not, this is what made the Helian system, what built the decaying structures you cling to as they orbit their star. What that legacy means now is a decision every resident of the Starward Belt has to make. Cool. Sure. I don't think I want to take any more chances here. I think we can dip. I am not about to press that. We only have 2 cycles left too. You can now travel back to the hub. Once you leave, you will not be able to turn. Leave the contract. Let's go. This is also why I need to do the endure bits, because sheesh. Seraphim settles the rig at Holmes Rock. The old Solheim array is glinting in the sun. Looking out at the station, you suddenly remember the model Junie gave you, and you take it out of your pocket. Seeing it in full light, you notice it's made from cast metal, surprisingly detailed and robust looking. Well, look at that, Seraphim glides over. It's a mini rig. You let him take it. He turns it over in his hands, looking at it. What a find, he gazes at the model ship. What are you going to do with it? Keep it by my berth, mount it on your console. I'm gonna keep it by my berth. Lucky you, he pats you on the shoulder. Maybe you'll let me look at it sometimes, huh? He gives the model back and glides out of the cockpit. Sleeper? Junie puts a hand gently on your shoulder. You turn to see her smiling a rare smile. Thank you for going out on a limb for me. I know that wasn't the most profitable job, but what we found, I'll be thinking about it for, well, ever. I know that really meant a lot to you. That's why we did it, Junie. It's not about the money. It's about the community. You give something and I give something back, you know? But no, for real. You're cool in my book. I managed to extract some data that you can use, and I'm going to search through everything we pulled out from the bunker. Junie looks down. I want to show you what it was. I want to show you it was worthwhile. It was. I want to show you it was worthwhile. I'm glad you think so. I'll also start seeing where to find the kind of tools I need to work with data like this. Her smile is fading already, replaced by a familiar, determined stare. We can't let it go to waste, but my deck is not going to be enough. Dark side might be the only option. It's the biggest remaining Solheim facility in the belt. I'll look into it. Either way, thanks for bringing me with you. I'm glad to be a part of this, the smile returns, for as long as you'll have me. She looks away nervously and then, before you can respond, she is gone, off to find a corner of the ship where she can dig through the data she pulled from the past in order to build a better future. Oh, here we go. Oh God, we got endure, finally. We can at least attempt it regularly and not at a disadvantage. I'm still thinking on where I want to go. As an engineer, I kind of want to move from left to right, maybe. So I'll probably work on interface, or maybe go on an endurer. You never know. Either way, this is cool. And then 2 more points. I think it's also 2 points to flip this too. So you can always like get this at any point in time, which is really cool. Okay, that was cool. We did a thing. I think the next thing would be to find Seraphim's sister, because the Greenbelt and Scatter Yards are the other way. So what do we have? And I still have some of these. Let's use it. Let's get us some bread. I love bread. This is gonna probably take some energy and be like that. Oh, love me a neutral outcome. Ooh, neutral outcomes back to back on low dice rolls. I'll take that. Let us fix ourselves. I remember doing this with raw scrap before, and that causes a lot of glitch. But if I can save my rare components, so be it. I can actually get both of these back, I think. Oh, no, wait. This is components? No, not the engine components. This should be... Oh, regular scrap. I don't have regular scrap. Gotcha. Rare components it is. Rare components it is. I want my dice back. Thank you. Ooh. Okay, good. They're both back now. And we shall end the cycle. And there's my glitch. Looks like we got some cryo. Let's go and pick up some supplies. We have the bread for it. And I would love to get fuel. And we can, oh yeah, look at the indoor. Now we can do it. Oh, that's so cool. I mean, I could. It's an old fabricator. Oh, I have data. Yarg. Let's print a component. Oh, I can get these back. I forgot about that. Nice. So 3 more components are in there, and then it's gonna be dead. That's fine. Otherwise, I can do an endure job now without taking a -2. Wow, that's something. This is cool. I can do endure skills now. Ooh, positive outcome. I'll take that. I think we're good here now. So, let's hop out. So we can go to Wellspring. So healing. So yeah, from Healing Gate we can go to Greenbelt. Oh wow, we can make it to the Greenbelt if we go back to the Healing Gate. And from Greenbelt, yeah, we really can't. Oh, we're gonna need that MEV, or the, what do they call it? The like the way to get around all the asteroids and stuff. So we'll need that. But cool. Let's go to the Wellspring. Try out this hub. And away we go. Let's check out the new place. Seraphin. The shout echoes through the ship, reaching you in the cockpit. You see the angle of Seraphin's head change, but he does not respond otherwise. Did you hear that? He sighs. Yes, I heard. He looks back at you. How about you go see what they want? They called you! I'm busy flying the ship. Seraphin, you recognize a voice now. It's Bliss. Moments later, they come into the cockpit. Is no one listening? They look between the two of you. I guess that means one of you is guilty. Bliss shakes their head. Come on, you need to see this. You follow the irritated Bliss through the ship, down into the cramped storage units tucked between the main ship and the hull. As you enter, you are greeted by total chaos. Amber globs of liquid ration float in the air and cling to the walls, while chunks of dried food spin slowly, breaking into crumbs. See? Someone opened up one of the supply crates and left it like this. They point to a crate in the storage netting with the lid pushed open. You look at the mess spilling out from the crate. Who could have done this? Hey, check pass. You take a moment to pick through the food and find a torn open pouch of liquid rations. You turn in the light and see a set of evenly spaced gashes at the edge. Looking at the chaos, it's hard to imagine a person did this, especially one of your crew. Bliss puffs out their cheeks. I need a break from this ship. They look at you. Help me tidy this up. You spend the rest of the journey packing the crate away and disposing of the spoiled supplies, but as you do, you can't help but wonder what actually happened here. When you are finished, you take one last look around the storage bay. As you gaze around the now cleared space, you have the same feeling of being observed by unseen eyes as you felt, and that, oh my god, did it follow me? Dang it, it's the aliens, they're on the ship. Guys, we got, oh gosh. Get the flamethrower, it's the thing, all over again, but in space. Oh god. So we have a stowaway on this ship. So we're not gonna talk about it? We're not gonna do like a deep look about it? Okay, all right, sure. As he brings the ship into Wellspring's docking ring, you notice a rare tension in Seraphin's piloting. He jerks the stick a little too hard when the docking bridge extends, and a proximity alarm goes off. He curses under his breath. Relax, it'll be okay. I've docked this ship 100 times, Sleeper. He keeps his eyes on the monitors. I am relaxed. That's not what I mean. He doesn't respond, but you see him grip the rig's controls a little tighter. As the ship stops, the docking bridge connected, you lean forward and look out of the cockpit windows, trying to get a good view of the icy surface of Wellspring below. The harsh gleaming ice gives way to the steep sides of the cut, the asteroid's one city. It glows and steams with warmth, and peering down into it, you cannot see the bottom. Beyond, along the horizon, you see the terraces of the pit head, where the current extraction effort must be taking place. Seraphim runs the shutdown sequence and unclips from his seat. He turns back to you, a flinty look in his eye. I'm going to head down into the cut. I've got a few leads to follow up. You get the sense he isn't asking for permission. Let me help. You can check out the city if you want, but I'm not following along, Sleeper. This is my trail to follow. Before you can respond, he pushes past and glides out of the cockpit. You turn and watch as he pushes past Bliss in the doorway. I missed something? Bliss shoots you a look. He seems even more irritable than usual. It's his business. Nah, he's looking for his sister. Family trouble? That'll explain the irritation levels. I would recommend, they zip up their jacket, we go after him before he pushes past someone that pushes back. Agreed. See you down there. At least Lane's unlikely to come out here to pick a fight with the Lodic Syndicate. Bliss shrugs. They turn and head towards the airlock, whistling softly as they do. Eugen comes out of a side door as Bliss passes. He stretches and squints at you. Permission to find a bar down there? He grins. Just joking. I know I don't need to ask. He winks and follows Bliss. I'll wait with the ship. Junie's voice echoes through the thin interior wall of the corridor. I've got archiving to catch up on. She pauses. There's nothing older than 1,000 cycles on that snowball anyway. She only cares about history. Is there history on that rock? No? Alright, it's none of my business. Wellspring, the base of the Lodic Syndicate. As you look out across its icy surface, you remember Malik, the captain whose ship you saved and for whom you surveyed the ice asteroid. You also remember how that job went. You wonder if Malik was able to negotiate the release of the Springtide, his ship, or if he still resides on the far spindle. You hope it is the latter because you doubt he will be pleased if your paths cross once more. At any rate, without a pilot, it doesn't look like you'll be moving on soon. Time to go see Wellspring. Oh, we don't even have the timer on us, too. That's good. It's really good. Oh, we can go everywhere. Okay, that's cool. I have not used the A and D keys to go left and right in a minute, and this is cool. And what about down? Okay, never mind. The Wellspring cut, and this is the Wellspring pit head, which is the ice extraction facility. We don't have a pass, so we can't do it, as usual. Let's go to the cut. We can hack Lodic comms, or we can act like a local. With a -2 because engaged. We can never be good in this. Well, this isn't even bad. Well, my 1-5 anyway. We're gonna hack the Lodic comms. Oh, that was really good. I don't think I'm gonna get another positive, but like that was a good start, right? Oh, just energy? Okay, cool. Well, I mean, it doesn't really matter with the 3 and a 4. It's all the same. In the cut. Amazing to think this place supplies most of the belt's water. Bliss looks across the cut water at the workers in their distinctive yellow gear. No wonder the syndicate runs it like a corporation. You look at those gathered in the low ceiling bar, gathered around cushioned couches and low magnetic tables, their voices bouncing off the metal walls. All of them wear Lodic clothing, a mark of their status as contractors for the belt's most powerful syndicate. At the far side of the bar, you spot Eugen, perched at a magnetic table with a bunch of miners. He appears to be playing some kind of local dice game, although given the amount of alcohol involved, it's hard to tell if gambling or drinking is the focus. You look back to Bliss, who is watching another group, quietly discussing something serious in the opposite corner. Lodic gets the job done. Bliss turns back to the bar and sips their drink through its metal straw. Well, that's the thing. I've been looking around Chasm Row, searching out components in the markets. Down there, people don't seem so happy. Bliss meets your eye. There's a lot of talk of contracts. It seems Lodic's been locking down its workers, given the war and the inner system as an excuse. They play with their metal straw, swirling the orbs of liquid in their sealed glass. The pressure is building, Sleeper. We shouldn't hang around here much longer. Ugh. The problem is we have no pilot. Well, It sounds like I'm not the only outsider who's been hanging out in Chasm Row. I heard someone complaining about a rude young man asking too many questions. Who else could that be, That's the place to start if you want to find our boy. They said he was asking about the rhyme market, but I have no idea what that is. As they look across the bar, definitely a touchy subject for locals though. I'm not in a rush. Me neither. Bliss swirls their straw. The drinks here are pretty good. But something's coming. Trust me on that. You leave the Cutwater, shouldering your way through a crowd of boisterous contractors. There is a conspirable mood to the conversations now that Bliss has mentioned it, and you wonder what all the talk is about. You hear a bellowing laugh from Eugen as you slip out of the door. Better leave him to it. Honestly, Eugen can actually get a lot more information than what Bliss and I can hear because you're with the locals and you're laughing and all that type of stuff. So that's something to, that's just something to think about. You feel a sudden cold as you leave the steaming bar and enter one of the icy passages cut into the asteroid itself. All this water in the hands of a single syndicate. If something goes wrong here, the belt will die of thirst long before the war reaches it. You turn up the collar of your jacket against the cold and head for Chasm Row. Or Chasm? I keep saying Chasm. Is it Chasm Row? The Lodic Depot. It's probably, no, it's Chasm. I said Chasm. Yeah, it's Chasm. Fill the fuel. I would like that. Thank you. You never know. A depot shift. Okay. And we have a Cutwater shift. And we can buy a meal. I would like to buy a meal. Please and thank you. All my energy is back. Chasm Row. I love how I was saying chasm, as if I can't English. Don't laugh at me. Depot shift. Ooh, because I would have been like, this is the depot shift. Welcome to the depot shift. I don't want this, by the way. I hate this glitch. Don't want to use it, so we'll use it here. Yeah. English is hard. English is very hard. Chasm Row. Find the rhyme market. Okay. A hidden rhyme. A hidden rhyme. Yeah, I know. Wow, 30? Let me save the money. It depends if we're going out for a mission. I'll fill up our supplies. That's the only time you're gonna use it, so to sleep we go.